So, I want to come and talk about when I was the side chick. And it could be kind of my worst breakup ever. No, not really, because that's not my worst breakup. But yeah, I want to talk about when I was the side chick. Me. No, but so I guess I'll start when I was in ninth grade. When I was in ninth grade, me and my best friend, we just call her B. Her name starts with a B. So B and me, we were like this. And so the last semester of our ninth grade year, there was this boy, I'm gonna call him Steve. So Steve will always be flirting with my best friend, and Steve was in my class, so I knew how he acted, but I never knew nothing about him prior to ninth grade. And prior to first semester, I had just met him in second semester, and I didn't talk to him that much. Like it was just, But he used to always flirt with my best friend. But my best friend had a boyfriend that she had been with for that whole year, so she wasn't really, interested in paying him any attention or whatever. And he was kind of annoying. We used to talk about him like, "Oh, he's annoying. Oh, his lips always dry." His lips always dry. They so big. He always be up in your face, like just going in on this boy. So summer after ninth grade, well, the summer of my ninth grade year, um, he was at basketball camp and he hit me up like somehow. I don't know how it went, but I guess I gave him my number on Facebook or whatever. So he got my number from Facebook, and we were talking the whole time. Like he would call me every night while he was in the room with his teammate, and at the time I was, kind of cool with his teammate too. So yeah, he used to call me, and I have totally forgot that he used to flirt with my best friend. Like that went out the window, and he was like really cool. Like I was like, oh yeah, I like him. And then he started to look better, and I was like, oh yeah, he kind of cute. His lips don't be dry like that no more. Like so, and he played basketball, he played football. So I was like, oh yeah, like this is me. This is what I want. So it was just like stuff happened so quick. Like I was on the phone with dude for like 2 days, and he was like, "Lyric, I love you." Like I knew that shit wasn't real, but I just said it back. Like I don't even know why. Like that's just young me. So fast forward to like July, kind of, we went to the movies together, and you know how when you young, people only go to the movies to make out and shit. We went to go see the Smurfs, and I really wanted to see the Smurfs, but he was trying to kiss me the whole time. And at that time, we wasn't even officially boyfriend and girlfriend. And his friend was there, so he was like third wheeling, and it was just so awkward. Like, and I had never like French kissed a boy. Like, I had never French kissed before, so I didn't know what I was doing. And then it's like, dude, I really want to watch the Smurfs. Like, and you want to kiss, and every 5 seconds you like give me a kiss, like, and I was just giving him pecks, and he just was sticking his tongue in my mouth. It was just disgusting. Like, but at that time, like, I didn't know. I was like, ugh, this is what people like. People like French kissing, like, ugh. But so fast forward to August when school started. Me and him was still talking. I don't know if we were like official yet, but we were still talking. He'll walk me to class. Da da da. Fast forward to homecoming. Our homecoming was like the end of September, maybe beginning of October. He was like, "Oh, you want to be my homecoming date?" This is when shit took a turn for the worst. I think we were officially boyfriend and girlfriend, and we went to homecoming together. I had got this gray, it was like gray on the top, black on the bottom dress, and then he had on his gray and black, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we lit." So I met him at homecoming. He said hey to me, I think, and walked away. Like I was just with my friends. Like he left me for this other girl that was in our grade. Like he was dancing with her the whole night. Like I was pissed. And then my friend at the time, we're just gonna call her Kay. Kay was like, yo, like he really left you. He dirty. Ain't that your boyfriend? Like making me feel bad because yeah, that's my boyfriend. Like, and that's my fucking date. Like we're matching. Hello. Like I came here because of you. I would have never went to homecoming if you wouldn't have said, "Oh, go to homecoming with me." So, dude was dancing with this girl the whole night, and she plays a big factor in this. So we're just gonna call her Sally. So he was dancing with Sally the whole night, and at the end of the night, he gonna find me when I'm about to go and say, "Let's take a picture." Nigga, what? But I did it. I was like, whatever. And so I didn't speak to him after that. And he was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, well, you left me for Sally the whole night. I'm supposed to be a girlfriend. I'm your date. Da 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 da. We matching, like, and you left me for Sally, like, all this. And he like, oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. So me being young, naive, I was like, okay, cool. So fast forward, like, to stuff was going good. I would go to church with him and his family. His mom liked me. She used to call me her daughter-in-law. Like, I used to go to every single one of his football games, every single one of his basketball games. Like, shit was like lit. But something happened in December, like when basketball season would start. I guess they were starting their workouts or whatever. Something happened in December. Two of his friends was in my Spanish class. And these two friends, like, I was cordial with them. I wasn't like this with them, but I was cordial with them. Like, speak, say, hey, what's up? So one day they came in Spanish class, like, Liv, we gotta tell you something. And it was like, we want you to watch your back because we just seen, damn, what I named this nigga? Steve. We named Steve. I mean, we seen Steve in the gym and he kissed a girl. And I was like, bitch, what? Bitch, what? And so I was like, fuck. And it was like, don't say nothing. Don't say we told you because he gonna know because we seen him. We was right there. And I was like, fuck. So I was like, I gotta say something. So I texted him in class and I was like, I heard that you kissed a girl in the gym. He was like, no, that was my cousin. I kissed her on the cheek. I ain't believe it for 1 second. Me and my friend Kay, we was talking. And she was like, yeah, because she had known, like, he had this so much. And at that time, me and my friend B, like, we didn't have no classes together. So we was kind of, like, distant from each other. But we was still like this because that was really my best friend. So I'm talking to Kay about it. And she, like, don't believe him. He's a liar. Whatever. Like, you know. And I'm like, okay, hyped up. Like, okay, cool. So in the hallway, me and Kay would walk to class together. And out of nowhere, here comes Steve. He would never walk me to my third period class. So I was just like, this nigga done came to see me. So he came and I was like, look, I don't want nothing else to do with you. Like, right there in the hallway, I was like, I don't want nothing else to do with you, so move out my way, let me go to class, and we don't have to have nothing else to do with each other because you're a liar, you kissed somebody else, da da da, you're a cheater. He's like, no, what are you talking about? This nigga got on his hands and motherfucking knees. Like, he grabbed me around my legs on his knees in the middle of the hallway, like in front of everybody rushing to class. I'm like, so embarrassed. And he was like, I'm sorry, I love you, bust out crying. I was like, what? Like, I'm young, like, I never experienced this. I'm like, oh, this nigga gotta love me. So I was like, okay, he's sorry. He's crying. Like, I never seen a boy cry before. So he like, I'm so sorry. But at that moment, I was like, no, get off me. Like, get off me, get off me. And he was kind of he wasn't a big dude at that time, but he was a little, you know, buff. He was taller than me, way taller than me. So it's like, I can't pry him off of me. I just gotta keep saying, like, move, move. This nigga made me late to class and everything. Like, and he was just bugging, like, crying, like, real fucking tears. It wasn't just, like, little trickles or watery eyes. Like, dude was full on crying like a cry, like, ugly. So that happened. I took him back. We was good. Going to church together. Going all his games. Da, 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 da. I had a shirt. I had his basketball shirt with his number on the back. Like, I was going to games and stuff. And his mom used to come to every one of his games. His mom and his dad. So I would go speak to them. And, like, it would just be random girls going up to his mom. Like, would sit there for a little minute, then leave. I'm like, who is these bitches? Like, why all these women, well, females, know his mom? Like, and it just looks suspect because that's what I would do. I would go sit with her for a little while, then go about my business with my friends at the games. And so I just was like, whatever. So I used to wait after the game till he came out the locker room. Like, when the game was over, I used to go back by the gym and wait for him. Anyways, I used to go back by the gym and wait for him after his games or whatever. And we would do this every time. Like, every time after the game, we would meet each other, hug, kiss, whatever. He would wait for me to go to my car or, like, get picked up and everything, like, so I wouldn't be out there by myself. So one game, I was waiting for him, and he just walked right past me. Like, dude saw me. Like, we saw each other. And he just walked past me. And he talking to some girls, like, and I'm just like, nigga. So at that time, my mom had pulled up somebody, I don't know, whoever was picking me up had pulled up. So they waiting for me, but I'm like, hold up, like let me talk to Steve or whatever. So I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, maybe he didn't see me, like he looked at me but didn't see me, or maybe he just had to talk to them first. So I'm waiting. This dude, like, I went to in his face. I'm like, hey, good game, you did good. He like, thanks. Walked away. I was like, what the fuck? And mind you, throughout the whole relationship, we was together from probably like August to like January ish. He never called me at night. Like, you know how you fall asleep on the phone with your boyfriend or whatever. He never called me at night. Every time I would call him, he wouldn't answer, or he would be like, I'm tired. And I knew like he played sports, so he would be tired, but knew, nigga, you're not that tired. Like, if I'm important to you, if I'm your girlfriend, you want to speak to me, you're. But he would text me the whole time like, you're tired, but you could text. You can't call me on the phone. Like, you can go to sleep. I'm not gonna say anything. But no, like, he never called me at night. And if he called me, I'm telling you, throughout this whole span from August to like January, he probably called me like 3 times, and we would be on the phone for like 5 minutes. He'd be like, well, I'm about to go to sleep, or well, I'll call you back, or well, I'm about to do this, like some type of excuse. And I just let that roll off my shoulders that we never talked every night. Like, that was a red flag right there. But I just was young, so I just, didn't worry about it. So then, where was I? So yeah, he was with the girls or whatever after his game, and he just walked away from me, went home, whatever. And I just didn't say anything about it. Like, I didn't say you didn't give me a hug or anything, because I'm just like, okay, like whatever, like whatever. So by this time, I'm starting to get kind of like over the shits, like over it. And I'm trying not to curse a lot, but I'm starting to get over it. And I just was like, whatever, like he's dirty, but I still want to be with him because I just thought he was just the hottest fucking thing. Like, he plays sports, he got so much going for himself, but he was a little bit stupid, like he was a little bit dumb, but whatever. And for Christmas, let me tell you what this nigga got me. Like, I'm not one to be materialistic. You don't have to do much, but put some thought into the gift that you give me. He got me this cheap ass necklace with a heart and a key on it. Like, it was mad thin, mad skinny. And I'm allergic to fake jewelry. So, like, when I thought it was real, because he said, yeah, it's real. Like, I paid this much money for it. I spent all that money on your necklace. He would constantly throw that in my face. So, I'm like, okay, it's real. My fucking neck started itching. I knew that shit wasn't real. So, I had to take it off. And so, he had and then the shit had broke, and I had to rig it up and put it back together. Like, that shit was so fake and so cheap. He probably got a bubblegum machine. And that's all he got me, was that little cheap necklace. Then his mom got me this ugly ass sweater. Like, man, it looked like some shit she would wear, like, not me. But I liked her, so I would just let it roll off my shoulders and just didn't wear it. Like, I didn't complain because I'm not, ungrateful or whatever. So, and I had got him shit, like, at that time, not Aeropostale, American Eagle and Abercrombie and Hollister was popping. So I got him some American Eagle stuff. I got him a snapback because snapback was popping. Like, I got him a snapback. I got him a shirt from American Eagle, a jacket from American Eagle, and them jackets was expensive back then. And I think that's it. I'm not sure. Oh, and some headphones, because he had said he wanted some headphones. So I got this nigga this shit, and he got me this cheap ass necklace. Like, nigga, what? And I had got his mom so much stuff. I forgot about that. I had got her this picture frame thing with like peace, love, happiness on it in like Japanese. I had got her like little knick-knacky cute little stuff that women like, stuff like that. Like, and this bitch got me a fucking sweater, like, but whatever. That's besides the point. So anyways, fast forwarding to like January, when everything just hit rock bottom or whatever, I was on Twitter, and at that time, I didn't kind of know like how to work Twitter all the way, but I used to be on it, but not that much. I had a Twitter, he had a Twitter, his friend, his teammate that I told y'all I was kind of cool with in the beginning, he had a Twitter or whatever, and there was this girl that was in 8th grade. Mind you, we're in 10th grade, and the girl is in 8th grade. So his teammate had mentioned me under something the girl said on Twitter. She was like, something about my baby Steve or whatever. and something about being with him the night before, the day before, something. And his teammate mentioned me under it, like both of us in the same tweet. He was like, Lyric, ain't Steve your boyfriend? Ain't this your boyfriend? He was being mad petty, but I'm so happy that he did that, like, because I would have never known, because I didn't know how to work Twitter, and I didn't go searching for things. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I was just like, she just a girl that like him, because, you know, when dudes play sports, it's a whole bunch of little popcorns. So I just was like, who is this? So someone told me she had him, like, in her header thing or something. And she had him in her bio. And she had him, like, all up in, yeah, she had him all in her bio or whatever, like his name, and they date was like April of like that past year that me and him got together in June. They got together in April. So I was like, oh, April. She had Steve, like his name everywhere. So I was like, let me go through her pictures. So I'm going through her pictures or whatever, and I see a picture, like, it wasn't of them together, but it was like, you know how you do that collage where it's one picture on this side, one on that side. It was a picture of him, a picture of her, and had their date on it. Like, she used to put the date every fucking where and shit. So I was just like, OMG. And then it was a picture that I took of him, like, outside at the school. Like, I took that picture of him, and that's the picture she used. He must have sent it to her or something. So I was just like, OMG. So I instantly called him, and I'm like, so is it, like, I was shaking, but I wasn't even crying. I'm surprised. I was like, so it's this girl. Her name is, we're just gonna call her A. This girl named A, and she, you know, got you all on her stuff. He was like, oh, she's crazy. She just like me. She only in the 8th grade. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay. So me and the A girl ended up, I think we ended up DMing each other or something. And I'm like, so you're with my boyfriend. I can't really remember how the conversation went. She was like, oh, we've been together since April. So I'm like, I'm the side chick to an 8th grader. And I'm in the 10th grade. About to be in 11th grade because it was like coming to the end of the year. I'm like, I'm the side chick to an 8th grader? How did this happen? And in that time I was in my glow up, so I was really feeling myself. Like, I was glowing up. Dudes was coming from left and right. Like, I was just like, how dare he? Like, I'm a side chick to an 8th grader. This girl not even in high school yet. Like, what? So I was just so heartbroken, and he started crying on the phone like, she's crazy. I don't know her. I was like, she got pictures of you, bruh. He was like, you know, like, I can't be with nobody else because you've been around my family. Like, that's not my girl. You know that. Like, if she haven't met my family, then you know, like, you know how I am, da-da-da, all this extra stuff. So I was just like, no. So about a week or 2 weeks passed. I'm like, I really like him. I thought I loved him, but nah, that shit, that was lust. So I was like, okay, we're gonna work it out. We're gonna get back together. But this girl was still tweeting about him and stuff. Like, I was watching. She was tweeting about him still. And she had followed me, but I didn't follow her. She had followed me and stuff. And all this extra stuff. Then, like, all these random girls just go on his Facebook and say stuff like, baby, it's been years with you. Like, I love you. Happy anniversary. Like, nigga, what? Anniversary? What? And I just used to be like, oh my God. But he would never, like, say anything about me. And he used to be, to be honest, he used to be doing to be honest posts, and them shits used to get kind of deep. Like, he'll be like, telling these girls he loved them, they cute, he want to see them again. I'm like, and he'll be like, that's just like my sister. Like, he had hella females. Hella females. Like, he had to be cheating on me the whole entire time we was together. Like, But that last girl, that 8th grade situation where I guess I was the side chick, like, that took the cake. Because, like, I feel like we together, we about to be high school sweethearts or something. Because, like, I'm at all your games. I'm with you and your family at church. Like, that's a big deal to me because I never been around, like, a dude family. Then he met my family, not to mention. And they loved him because all my family members play basketball and stuff. So they all into that sports thing. So they all loved him. And they just thought he was just the and so did I. Like, I was just crazy about him or whatever. So that really hurt my feelings. And my best friend at the time, we're gonna call him Joe. So Joe or whatever, me and him was real tight, and he'd just be like, you don't deserve that. Like, telling me true stuff, like, yeah, you don't deserve that. And one day, I told y'all, like, we worked it out or whatever. So basically we was back together. This nigga had the nerve, Steve had the nerve to break up with me. Like, you're gonna break up with me, but you're the cheater, you're the liar, you're the one that has been doing all this ish. And I was just so over it. But I was crying so hard the whole day in school. And then my friend, what did I name him? Joe. Me and Joe, like, was talking, and I was just crying on Joe's shoulder. Like, he just really helped me through that or whatever. But yeah, like, dude was so grimy. And all those red flags, like, if a guy is not going to talk to you, I'm not saying you got to talk every night, but, like, if you're in high school and y'all don't talk on the phone at night or something, then, like, it's a problem. Like, that's a red flag. And all the girls coming up, like, don't believe they just his sisters and friends if they all up in his face and comments on his stuff, writing about him, all the extra stuff. Like, I was just so naive and so dumb. Like, and I wish, like, I would have knew more about boys before I had to go through that, because that really hurt my heart. Like, I was so sad. And I don't think I had another relationship to, like, nah, I just lied. I got another relationship, like, a month later. But it was fake, so, yeah. Yeah, and my boyfriend ended up being gay. So, if y'all want to know about that story, then leave a comment below. But yeah, subscribe to my channel, get the word out there about my channel, and there will be better content to come. Like I said before, all my social media will be linked below. So yeah, subscribe. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel off the ground. And yeah, bye.
You's a lying, cheating, son of a